Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel God Would Do It For You. My name is Steven and I hope everyone's having a great day so far. And what I'm going to be talking about today is just what I've learned so far while I'm being prepared for whatever God has for me and why this is important. Because yesterday I got a lot of clarity from God just as far as why everything is happening the way it's happening, and if that I didn't give up, that I'll see and understand why it's taken so long for the things that he's promised me to come into the physical. Now, one thing I've learned is the longer it's taking is because it's a bigger blessing than what you experience or what you fail to realize. Almost like let's say a music artist, okay? A music artist, they go years. Sometimes, it'd be that rare case where they make just one song but in the natural, it usually takes a music artist years before it's their time to shine, as we like to say. And so, yeah, they're doing little things. Yeah, their reputation's increasing. But then with that practice that they've been putting into themselves, by the time that they're called by the industry or some type of person that's like, hey, we got an opportunity for you that's going to change your life drastically, there's no learning curve. Now it's just adjustments as far as the new way of doing things. But if they weren't putting in that work prior, people that know how to scout out talent and they know how to scout out the work ethic that's needed in order to be successful, that person will not have it. Thus, he'll be passed up for a life-changing opportunity. And so one thing I've learned is that with my music and with my food, I've been doing a lot less than music, but with my music, I've just learned that, I am really good at it now. And there's a reason why God is having it take so long, is because what's coming ahead, I've practiced so many times now that my technique is precise. And now just the other day, I was like, I want to learn to play the piano. So now if I take the techniques that I've learned and then learn the piano, it's going to change things drastically with my music. So it's almost like there's a setup happening. And so I'm like, okay, this is a part of the process. Okay, I'm starting to get it now. And the same thing with the food business. Again, if God wanted me to fail, you're like, oh, you want a food business? He's just giving you one and not knowing what to do, and it will fail. That's just plain and simple. He didn't, nobody really explains to you the process of what it takes to get a food business. And even if you have one, making sure that you have a niche that will stand the test of time, so that way you can stay in business no matter what happens out here. That takes a lot of strategic planning. It takes a really good product and really great customer service and communication skills in order to be successful. Because you got to let people know that you exist. You got to know the business. You got to know your niche. You got to make sure that it's perfected. That means it's as good as it's going to get. So that way your clientele can stay loyal to you. You can also learn to scale from there. This goes the same way in our lives. If let's say you're an artist, or let's say you've been practicing something for years and you're like, I could draw this pretty easily. I'm telling you, your time is coming. Your time is coming where God's going to say, you know what? You're ready. And it's not that you're ready to do what you love. You're ready for everything that's going to come with it. Attention, more wealth, frequency, business, whatever the case may be. Now you may be asked to speak for people, to inspire them because of how you stood the test of times. Whatever the case may be, we want to make sure that we are putting in the intentional work towards ourselves for self-improvement. So that way, when we're ready to experience what God has for us, that's truly what it will be. It will be an experience instead of a learning curve of, oh no, I need to be able to do this. And that's why God has everything marked for a certain period of time. He wants our success to be imminent. We want to be able to feel it. He wants to be able to stand there with us and say, yep, it's coming, because I prepared you for this. You're going to be successful. You're going to know how to do this. And think, excuse me, where does this sound familiar? Think David and Goliath. David was a person herding sheep, and he did not know that his day-to-day responsibility was going to be part of the equation that will help him conquer Goliath. Excuse me. If he did not have the courage necessary in order to face Goliath, because he's already wrestled with bears and lions and things of that nature that have been trying to attack the herd, he wouldn't have the confidence to say, you know what, I got God behind my back. I could take you out too. I've already had to wrestle things that are bigger than me, that are scarier than me, that could take me out. But I run with God, and I have the confidence that I can do it. And so through that preparation phase that God gave David, David then had the confidence to conquer Goliath when that time came in again. It wasn't like God came to David in the dream and said, all right, David, today's the day. You know, you're going to be able to do that. And David's like, it makes sense. Again, David was told to do a day-to-day activity. Hey, go take your brothers some food out into the battlefield, or help them out, whatever they need. And his time came. So he did not expect it. So that goes for all of us. When it's our time, we will not expect it. It will just happen. A phone call, an email, a comment, a shared post, some type of recognition, some type of something that's going to let people know that you have a particular skill that's worth something. And then God's going to be like, okay, you're ready for it, because it's coming. Be ready. It's coming. And that's where I am, because now I'm starting to get the feeling in my spirit of where I'm getting the vision of like, okay, it's starting to make more sense now, is that he is preparing me because I don't understand what's coming. To have success in music, a lot comes with that. To have success in hospitality and food, a lot comes with that. To be able to manage this page and make sure I do the right things, and also other endeavors that I'm doing outside, it takes a lot of responsibility. My goals are very big, and I'm starting to check some of them little by little, but in order to accomplish big goals, you have to be prepared in a big way. So my encouragement and my hope with this video is to let you know that if you're doing something and you're really good at it, but you're just not seeing anything come from it, trust me, there will be a day where the time will come. And as they say, the universe, where time, it just shifts in a way where it's like, it's your time. It's your time. It's your time, because not everybody stays at the top forever. So let's say if there's one food business in the vicinity and they're getting all the business, eventually people are going to be looking for something new. And guess what? Guess who's been practicing in the background? Guess who's got their brand established? Guess who's already ready and good to go? That's where I would fall into place and be like, bam, now a new thing can be highlighted. And then the bandwagon effect and all that comes into place. So that's just an example. So all I'm saying is that we live in a day and age, and we live in a time where things are about to change. Now more than ever, we need to be working towards our goals. It does not matter the goal. It could be business, it could be a promotion, it could be relationship, it could be better health, it could be better shape. Whatever the case may be, even being in better shape is a blessing, believe it or not. Let's say you're like, hey, I want to drop 40 pounds. And God's like, all right, you got to understand what comes with that. And you're like, dang, it's just dropping weight. Yeah, but now you're going to look better. And so with you looking better comes attention. Are you ready for more attention? Are you going to be able to discern genuine attention or attention that's manipulative to try to get something out of you? Job promotion. Are you going to do the right thing if you are given the ability to have power to control things and people that are under you? Better health. Are you going to maintain better health now that I've given you better health? A business. Are you prepared to handle all that comes with managing a business? Ask yourself these things, and if you feel like there's still work to be done, then understand that this is why God has you waiting for it. If you feel ready, go into prayer and ask God, what is there still else to do? What is he working on? And just thank him for any and everything that he's already doing in the background to help you out for what's to come. All right. So I hope this message has been a blessing, because these are just things that I've been thinking about. And when that clarity hit me yesterday, it was like he's just preparing me, because it's coming. It's coming. I'm starting to really feel it. I'm like, no, I can feel it. It's coming. It's coming. Something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it's coming. And that's okay, because my perception of time of it's coming, heck, it could be another year, or it could be next week. You never know. Because God's perception of time is, it's like, hey, a year to you is just nothing to me. Because I'm infinite. But for you, we're looking at time like we got to hurry up. We got to hurry up. We don't. It's easy to say, oh man, all these young people are doing this and that. It's easy to say, I'm in my 30s and I don't have life figured out yet. Trust me, we're fine. We're fine. Don't worry. We're fine. Even in your 40s, you're fine. Trust me, there's plenty. Just research the stories of people making it and when they make it, and at your current age, and just see what pops up. People do it all the time. Don't worry about where you're currently at, because I have to tell myself that don't worry, it's okay. It doesn't make sense now. Usually anything that God does not make sense. It did not make sense that Joseph had to be in prison for him to finally come in contact with Pharaoh. But once everything was all said and done, we're like, okay, we see how that played a factor, and how that got him close to Pharaoh. Is where Pharaoh had to put two people in prison that were close to him, and put one person back in his close quarters, and that person remembered Joseph, and now Joseph was able to provide a useful skill that God had gave him to help the people of Egypt. And then Pharaoh trusted his judgment and put him second in command because of a gift from God. Crazy way to set something up, but that's why his ways are not our ways. So just know the setup is coming. If it doesn't make sense, just know that we're on the cusp of experiencing God, because that's when things usually don't make sense, but things are still happening, but it's not to your detriment. Then trust me, we are on the cusp of experiencing God. So just know you're on the right track. Again, if you feel led to like, share, subscribe, definitely do so. Otherwise, until next time, and continue to enjoy your week.